Dave, do you have anything on her face?
Halloween, since you've had these tattoos, I'm like, you know, everything you do, if you went out as Santa Claus, people say, oh, you're a zombie Santa Claus. It's like, no, I'm just Santa.
I guess it depends on which part of Halloween. I mean, it's a 3-day process. You gotta take the mask off sometimes.
Yeah.
Hey, what's going on? Welcome to Season 0 special Halloween edition. We got our jack-a-tats on the jack-o'-lanterns.
I've never seen such a true likeness before.
Done by Xero hero JODI.
Right over there. She's sweating all over herself.
But this episode is about the childhood Halloween costume. We asked everybody of all walks of life what their favorite childhood costumes were.
Before girls got slutty.
Kiss.
Yeah?
Yeah. That was Paul Stanley.
Awesome.
Me and my friend Chucky were Cheech and Chong.
What? Oh, Cheech and Chong.
Strangely enough, I always wanted to be a punk rocker. And now I dress that way 365 days a year, so I don't even have to wear a costume anymore.
In high school, I grabbed a bandana and tied it like with a little front sticking out like this, and then I got like an old painter shirt and cut it up, put blood on it. I remember there was a Halloween contest. We had to go up in front of the cafeteria, say what our costume was. When I got up in front of the cafeteria and I'm like, I'm Tupac. And yeah, this was like mid-90s. Everyone like booed me off stage. It was hilarious.
Back when we were kids, we didn't have like the huge Walmart selection of things. We actually had, you know, friends and family make our costumes. Some of them were amazing and some of them were god-awful shit. We loved them either way because we were, you know, we didn't have pubes yet and we were young. So.
You didn't have pubes till you were like 16.
But I had BO.
Okay, my favorite Halloween costume as a kid was probably Leatherface, Texas Chainsaw.
Oh, we just interviewed him.
Really?
Yeah. Check it out.
The original Texas Chainsaw.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a great question. I did some really bizarre stuff. My least favorite was that I dressed up as Serpico, you know, the Al Pacino character, and nobody knew what the hell I was.
Yeah, me too.
It was, exactly. It's a movie.
Marco's
it's a movie
laughing,
that,
he does.
It's a movie that Al Pacino did about a cop. It's basically I looked like everybody in the 1960s. You know.
Skip me. I had an elephant costume once.
I was a small fry from McDonald's.
I never celebrated Halloween. I was too poor and sad. She's a loser.
Hey kiddies, it's Jay from Season 0. You know what I hate more than anything besides AIDS? You know when you go to house parties and there's always that one douchebag piece of shit that doesn't wear a costume and says they're going as themselves? I can't stand that bullshit. You wanna know what you gotta do? You gotta go around the house and find certain things, okay? You can make anything into a costume. Just look right down here. Cereal box, knife, serial killer. Have a happy Halloween.
And no joke, my favorite childhood Halloween costume was trying to be a punk rocker when I was 8 or 7 or 8 years old. This is the 80s, remind you. My mom said, okay, yeah, well, we can do that. And all she did was take me to a bake-off and make me do a cakewalk, which I didn't win, which made it worse. Walking around a cakewalk that you don't win in an outfit like that was horrible.
When I was a kid, I was like the card Ace of Spades, actually.
I disguised in Batman with a garbage bag. It was pretty cool.
When I was a kid, I liked to be the Black Power Ranger. Nice.
A hobo. Oh, the one.
It was Freddy Krueger, man.
It was all about the sugar high. Now people use pills and contraceptives to do it.
And make out with girls named Sugar who've had too many beers.
Yeah. Herpes is for life.
The best costume my dad ever made me and my sister was a pair of dice. He took 2 boxes and painted them white. Our head was number 1, and we wore black tights. And he took us trick-or-treating, and it was actually raining that year, and he didn't want us to walk in the rain because the rain was going to ruin all the paint on the box. So he took us in the car, like street by street. We didn't fit in the car, so we had to like kneel facing backwards out the back window.
Your favorite childhood Halloween costume?
Emmett Smith, Dallas Cowboys.
Man, fucking sporty spice over here.
I had a pretty amazing Crypt Keeper costume at one point. Really? Yeah, but it was really just a rubber mask. But it was, you know, a detailed mask of the Crypt Keeper. Plus it had a really big cowl, what do you call it? The cape thing that can go right over all my fat. So we're just gonna.
I was Jason Voorhees like 7 years in a row, and then I dressed up as a woman.
Oh, you're gonna go see KANE HODDER tomorrow?
Nah, fuck him.
What?
No, I'm just kidding.
Your life, you'd spend so much time in masks and makeup. What was your favorite Halloween costume when you were a kid? Like, was it mask related, or did you hate masks when you were a kid?
No, I liked them, and it's gonna sound hokey, but I always liked being Frankenstein. Always did. Always thought it fit me somehow. Even though I was little, I never got tall till I was, late in high school, but it just always appealed to me, that character. The silent, slow moving.
Yeah, the parallels between Jason and Frankenstein just became apparent to me. I mean, tormented because he's deformed.
Exactly. So maybe that I was meant to do it ever since childhood. I don't know.
Tragic characters that, despite being sociopathic killers, are genuinely seen with a lot of sympathy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, my favorite Halloween costume as an adult was I made an Ent costume from Lord of the Rings. It's like a 7-foot tall foam thing. First, I basically took a long sleeve shirt and some jeans and covered them in expandable urethane foam and twigs and moss and did this thing, and it was awesome. But to get into it, I had to kind of lay down and pull this thing on, and then get up and have someone drop the top onto me. And the first time I put it on, I couldn't get it off. And I'm not really claustrophobic, but when you're encased in this thing,
can't move.
I said to my son Cody, I said, Cody, go to the kitchen and get the largest kitchen knife you can find. He goes, why? And I said, you're cutting me out of this thing. Hurry, hurry, hurry.
I've been Wonder Woman several times. Yes, you have. From childhood, underoos to now the boobs that come up past the knee. There's different versions and variations of Wonder Woman that have happened, so it's a little fantasy of mine.
Thank you.
And the world thanks you. And you're welcome, world.
What about you, official seat Chucky?
I know. Yes. My sister did a movie makeup school, so I'm always some version of like a dead, dying, decaying ghost apparition thing. But it's never all that specific. I need to get more specific. I need to go after something.
Next year, I'll be a thing.
I'll be a thing.
Of some kind.
I remember this one costume. I didn't have a lot of money, and I wanted to be something kind of funny, so I actually I had a doll. Like I went to a secondhand store and I got like one of those dolls and I pulled it apart, and I used just safety pins to safety pin the arms and the legs and the head of the doll over me, and I was just a dead doll.
That's cool.
Dead doll.
Valley of the Dead Doll.
I was a dead doll.
Yeah, that's great.
Another bride of Chucky.
And then I did one which is kind of way politically incorrect, but during the Gulf War.
Dude, when you see our show, we have the
It'll
most
be all right.
politically incorrect. Don't worry about it.
I went as Saddam Hussein during the Gulf War, and what it was his military, overalls, with the name Saddam and everything. And then I just I built the casing of a 50-pound airdropped bomb that just went where his head would be. So it was just like a 50-pound bomb just sticking in through where the neck would be with a little hatch you could open, and then I had the little mustache and, the eyebrows, and I was, it was pretty funny. I won best costume.
Hey kids, are you ready for trick-or-treating? Are you tired of eating the same old candy? Come down to Evil Ernie's bad car and get your colored wash. My face is about to fall off. Ah!
And has any children ever saw your face and screamed?
I had a kid told me that I looked like an idiot, but the funny thing was, man, he had face paint on.
Season 0!
We would like it very much if you could go on our Facebook page and push the like button. We understand that a hard task like this of pushing a single button is very difficult for a lot of you.
Some people's mouses really just don't work.
I know, and there's finger cramps, there's a lot of things to take in consideration.
Carpal tunnel.
Yeah, carpal tunnel. I saw you commenting on pictures of your dinner, like wiping your fucking launcher.
Did my brother do that? That shot is gonna get more hits than we do. Oh, did I scare you?